Hey guys, welcome back. I've decided for the next little while I'm going to try my best to upload frequently. I've realized that the success of my channel is entirely dependent on my upload schedule, so I'm going to do my best attempt to upload more frequently. In regards to today's video, we're going to be kind of responding to a BBC Three video named Things Not to Say to a Non-Binary Person. If you're somehow unfamiliar with what a non-binary person is, it's kind of a person that goes by a gender that is in between male and female. However, in my personal opinion, I don't see that gender as valid. But let's get on with the video, shall we?
Are you a boy or a girl?
So apparently now you're the bad guy if you actually ask a person what their gender is. This just doesn't make sense. These people clearly crave attention, but once you actually give it to them, they don't want it? This is... ugh!
Is it he or she or they or what?
So let me get this straight. Other sources tell me, yes, ask this question, but now I'm being told not to? You guys are all over the place. What are you doing?
That's so in right now to be like hashtag gender fluid.
I can see that they're trying to represent these people as stupid, but no one is that stupid. No one would even say that. That's completely unreasonable.
Where do you shop, in the men's or the women's section?
Or unisex?
Unisex! That word needs to die!
Yeah, I can think of something I think should die as well.
So what's going on down there?
I'll give it to them that this question is kinda stupid and very awkward, but at the same time, it's kind of useful information if you're planning on dating a non-binary person.
None of your business!
I have had this many times.
It's this fixation to know they have to know because what they see is unclear.
People don't even bother to ask me. They sort of forcibly tell me in the street, You've got this genitalia!
Okay, so you expect me to believe that people just approach you in the street to talk about your gender?
And they can just go along and walk past people in the street and just sort of tick off like...
Vagina,
yeah,
penis.
vagina, penis,
Ooh, I
and
feel
like...
less anxious now.
and,
Your genitals have nothing to do with your gender anyway.
Yes, they do! Sex and gender have correlation. Get over it.
Those two organs don't identify your whole life, and they shouldn't.
That's so trendy right now. Hashtag gender fluid.
I can see this person.
I mean, look at this coat.
I'm just like hip and down with the kids, you know?
We may have struggled to find the identity to understand who and what we are, but this isn't a fad.
You might not see it as a fad, but I and many other people can really see that it is. I mean, the amount of people claiming to be transgender has absolutely skyrocketed in just the past few years. It's evident that it's a fad.
Non-binary is like a term that people can use where I don't want to identify as male or female.
No, you're just really thirsty for attention.
Don't identify with having a gender because I found it really restrictive.
I think the main issue just comes from the idea of people thinking that they can explain your gender back to you. So it's like, I'm non-binary, they're like, oh no, you're trans.
Then just do what most SJWs do and not let people debate with you.
It's complex. I don't know, some non-binary people identify as transgender, others don't.
Okay, now I'm completely lost. I thought that non-binary was supposed to be some kind of figment of transgenderism. I know that it's not a valid or legitimate figment of transgenderism, but that's sure what people were claiming it is. And now I'm just really confused.
I don't think it's more trendy now. I think our existence is actually being recognised.
Yeah, we're actually being spoken about.
It's reaching people who are going to be confused, like I was, and they're going to be upset and not know what's going on, then they're going to see that word and hopefully it'll mean something to them.
So like you see someone and you can relate to it and you're like, oh yeah, lol, that's me.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone spends way too much time on Tumblr. Here's a big problem. These people are just so closed to questioning that people just can't learn anything about them, even though that's exactly what they're trying to tell people to do. I swear these people have some kind of social retardation.
What toilet do you use?
I kind of find myself having a breakdown about that on the daily.
Whichever one I please.
Like the amount of times that I've gone into women's bathrooms and it's like, oh, this is the women's bathroom.
This woman in Mackie D's, McDonald's, like laughed at me and was like, ha ha ha, thought you were a man.
And I was literally dragged out of the club by them and was asked, do I carry a card to identify whether I am trans or I should be using that toilet?
Well, if you told them that you are transgender, you'd be lying.
I don't like to go in the male toilets at all because it's like I will be looked at, people think I'm a pervert.
I will use male toilets unless I feel unsafe.
I know that I definitely don't feel safe in a men's bathroom.
Then just don't go into them. You present as entirely female. You could easily go into a women's bathroom if you wanted to.
At the end of the day, a toilet is somewhere where you go and have a shit. So what does it matter what gender you are?
Because bathrooms happen to be a closed-off public space that could potentially compromise someone's safety.
I saw this tweet once that was like, you know, you all have gender neutral bathrooms in your house.
Again, a perfectly valid and reasonable question they're telling you not to ask. These people have the worst case of social retardation that I've ever seen.
But were you born a man or a woman?
I mean, what is a man and what is a woman?
Oh my god, just end my life now.
You're assigned gender, you're assigned sex.
I wasn't born with a penis, so
You can be a boy and you can like flowers.
they want to term all your behaviours as either like a feminine or a masculine.
You can be a girl and you can like cars.
Then
Okay, now we can see how truly uneducated these people are, because they're mistaking sex for gender. And the turquoise-haired one is now just talking about gender stereotypes. What a world we live in.
That's not natural.
That is correct, and male and female are natural. I can't believe that I am explaining this to grown adults who are older than me.
This isn't natural, let's be honest.
It literally is though.
Okay, please explain to me how it is natural. Like, I just don't get it.
Like, what?
Is marriage natural? Like, have you ever seen two squirrels, like one in a suit, one in a white dress, like with a sparrow marrying them in the forest? No.
Non-binary identity has been existing since the beginning of time.
Actually, I can correct that. Non-binary identity has started existing in the 2000s with millennials. You see the correlation? And I happen to be a millennial myself.
you see other societies and cultures out there and they don't have this very strict two-box rule.
In the Torah, there are like over 6 or 7 genders.
Like Native Americans had 4 genders.
Right, back in times when proper civilization like we have today was not really a thing.
I think it's India, there's third gender.
Because there are so many examples in the animal kingdom. Snails are hermaphrodites.
Okay, hermaphrodites are rare and they don't classify as their own gender. Plus, that's a genetic defect. Are you really trying to associate yourself right now with a horrible genetic defect?
Male seahorses give birth to their children.
Clownfish change sex halfway through their life.
Yeah.
And exactly what do either of those things have to do with this topic?
Is it he or she?
They are trying to learn your gender. You are fighting yourself. Stop it.
I mean, thank you for asking.
2 options, he or she. Babes.
But there's he and she, they, their, ze, ze, fee as well.
Yeah, those may exist, but you shouldn't expect people going about their daily lives to know and use them.
It can be confusing for someone because they don't know what you're presenting as necessarily.
You see, this moron gets it.
From about 6 feet away, they presume me to be female, and then they get closer and they're like, oh.
I went in one shop and they're like, okay, sir, yeah, we'll keep on to that, thank you, sir. I walk into another shop 10 minutes later and they're like, yes, madam, I can't fucking win.
Well, you could if, like any other regular person, you would actually present yourself as a proper gender and not this non-binary crap.
If someone wants that those pronouns used for them, then like
Yeah.
That's why it's important.
Any thought that I would be assumed female is like just the most uncomfortable feelings.
And also, like, people do get pronouns wrong sometimes, but just like correct yourself.
Now here's an example of them pretending to be rational. When you actually get their pronouns wrong, they usually start to scream.
And people are like, oh no, but I actually like really struggle changing pronouns because I've known you for a really long time. I'm like,
Once again, these people are not reasonable. If I knew someone for a long time and then all of a sudden they were non-binary, I'd be really confused.
yeah, imagine what it must be like to actually be a non-binary person.
Well, I can't really do that considering it is not a legitimate thing, but I could imagine what it's like to be an attention whore considering that's pretty equivalent.
Like, you're struggling with grammar. I'm struggling with life.
Did she just say that I'm struggling with grammar? And you kind of brought this upon yourself, so if you're struggling with life, you could have easily avoided it.
Do you shop in the men's or women's section?
Well, since there is no non-binary section in stores, it's a pretty valid question, once again.
Both is good.
Both is good.
I don't understand why we're still saying this is a female piece of clothing or this is a male piece of clothing.
Okay, how dumb can these people be? It's not a male piece of clothing or a female piece of clothing. You can wear whatever you want. It's entirely based off of average clothing preferences and of course the different body types.
Sometimes I'll wear a crop top.
Some days I would play with Barbies and wear a fairy dress.
And sometimes I'll wear a suit.
Other days I'd be in a Thunderbirds costume.
Okay, but no one cares?
But I'm not doing this for you, I'm doing this for me. This is my suit of armor and my portrayal of how I feel inside.
I don't know who you're trying to convince that this isn't for attention.
I remember for my 12th birthday I got Hulk boxer shorts off my mum and I was
Beautiful.
I was a happy little queer.
Okay, well that's cool. Boxer shorts are comfortable. Is this relevant to anything in the video? Not really.
Are you gay? Yes.
This is once again a valid question. Ugh.
Hell yeah!
Absolutely.
As soon as they see somebody who's slightly more feminine portraying, it's instantly, you're gay.
Sexuality, gender, completely different things.
It's not a thing where your identity and outward portraying image is connected to your sex or sexuality or anything like that.
This guy's kinda correct and like kinda not. I'm just gonna leave this one. It really does depend. I'm not one to say anything on this one.
You define the labels don't define you. So you can bring your own definition to whatever label.
forehead or something.
Yeah.
This is once again proving that these people only care about labels. It's not actually about identity, just labels. Me neither.
I don't get it!
Then learn! Like.
Well, how exactly are we supposed to do that if you people won't answer questions properly?
That's okay. It's really okay to not understand.
Then why do you people demonize people that don't understand?
Ain't hurting anyone.
You know, despite the fact that everybody's experience is different, it's just so refreshing to see meet somebody else whose pronouns are also they and them.
They and them are included in everyone's pronouns, especially when being referred to in a group. It doesn't make you special that you have they and them included in your pronouns.
Then like actually having a label is like really, really important.
Yeah.
Of course it is, because you people are such attention whores.
Yeah. It creates a lot of solidarity too.
It's just a nice warm fuzzy feeling, isn't it?
Oh me, oh my, such a warm fuzzy feeling having all this attention.
I love queer people.
I love the quiz.
And that marks the end of both their video and my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Tell me in the comments below what kind of content you'd like to see, and I will try to make it. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video.